In the previous class, we started discussing crystal oscillators. Okay. In the previous class, we started discussing crystal oscillators. Okay. Right. And we have seen about crystals. Okay. So far, we have seen about crystal. Right. Okay. That is, we have seen that. Okay. We have seen that the equivalent, okay, circuit of the crystal is this is the symbol of the crystal, right? Okay, the AC equivalent circuit of the crystal, symbol of the crystal. Then the series resonant frequency, where quality factor Q is omega L by R. Then, right, in practical case as well as ideally, we can consider the series resonance as 1 by 2 pi root LC. Okay, frequency varies inversely with thickness. Again, once again, we are seeing the series resonant frequency, parallel resonant frequency, FP, where C equivalent is CMC by CM plus C. And then if we gradually increase the frequency, how the impedance changes due to capacitor, okay, due to inductor, and again due to the mounting capacitor or the parallel capacitor. Then, okay, we have seen that the impedance, right, the expression for impedance, neglecting the resistance R in the equivalent circuit of the crystal is this. And as we gradually change the frequency, the capacitor, okay, uh, right. So as we gradually increase the frequency, what happens here? We have seen that for omega tends to 0, when omega tends to 0, this is minus infinity. Okay. So graph starts from minus infinity. When omega is equals to omega s, it becomes 0. And when omega is very close to omega p, but slightly less, it tends to plus infinity. Okay. And then if omega is close to omega p, but slightly greater than omega p, it is minus infinity. Okay. And then when omega tends to infinity, the x tends to, okay, the x tends to 0. All this we have discussed in the previous class, right? Okay. And we have also discussed that we can make omega s and omega p nearly equal, okay, by considering what is the condition. Anybody remember? How can we make omega s nearly equal to omega p? Yes. How can we make omega s nearly equal to omega p? Which capacitor should be much greater than which capacitor? We have seen the mounting capacitor, okay, should be much greater than the series capacitor. Okay, right? We have discussed that if Cm is much greater than C, okay, if Cm is much greater than C, then C equivalent will be nearly C and both the frequencies will be equal. So the condition the designer has to take care that Cm is much greater than C. That is, the parallel mounting capacitor should be much greater than the internal series capacitor. Okay. Anyway, all this we have discussed, right, so far. Then next, okay, what we will consider is the crystal stability. Okay, right. The important advantage of the crystal oscillators compared to other oscillators is the frequency stability is higher. Okay, what do we mean by frequency stability? It is, okay, for suppose we are expecting that our oscillator should oscillate at 100 kilohertz. Okay, we are expecting that our oscillator should oscillate at 100 kilohertz. If the frequency is not stable, it will deviate 101 kilohertz, okay, 99 kilohertz, right? It may reduce or increase, right? And this is a usual problem in the earlier oscillators that we discussed practically. Okay, practically such problem arises in the earlier oscillators that we have discussed. Okay, but in crystal oscillators, such problems are low, or you can say that the crystal stability is high. Okay, let us go into the details of that. Okay, the frequency of the crystal tends to change slightly with time, okay, due to temperature, aging, and primarily due to temperature and aging. Okay, so how the change in temperature, changes the frequency, right? So first of all, what is temperature stability? Okay, it is change in frequency per change in temperature. Okay, right? Delta frequency by delta temperature.